What is up, guys, and welcome back. And today we have another diecast review. This is of the Caterpillar 374DL hydraulic excavator. Even though it's only branded the 374DL, this is in the ME configuration, quite obviously. I kind of groaned when, when I bought this model, I sort of groaned because I wanted the 374, but I didn't want any mass excavator. I don't know if it's just me, but I think we're seeing way too many mass excavators being produced. And I know a lot of people like mass excavators, but it'd be cool to see a larger size excavator that's not produced in a mass excavator format. But anyways, before we look at the actual model, we're going to look at the packaging, which is like we always do. Here you can see 374DL hydraulic excavator. The specifications on the back. You can pause the video if you want to look at them. Another picture of it, the real machine. Diecast Masters, same yada yada yada. The same Norscot picture that has graced us for a very long time. This is an ex-Norscot model, like most of the models Diecast Masters have produced so far. So we're going to start off on the action end, and the bucket, I have to say, is probably the best in terms of functionality. You can see it goes all the way out, and then we'll come all the way in. The stick functionality, it's sort of lacking. That's as far as it will reach out. However, it does come in. As you can see, this is really stiff. So I'm going to have to get some WD-40 for that, but it does come in a very decent amount, as you can see. You got these nice actual rubber hydraulic lines with actual simulated connection points. And then these lines here are rubber still. The stick cylinder lines. In terms of reach, yeah, we talked about that. It's just not the best. Dig depth, once again, it could be better. Honestly, you still got that, but I mean, it's okay, I guess. But I mean, like I said, it could be better. And as for the boom going straight up, as you can see, yeah, it goes up pretty flipping far. So yeah, and we'll just spin it around real fast so you can see the other side. Sort of asymmetrical on the hoses for some reason. You got the Cat Power Edge logo there, and then these black cylinders and rubber lines running along the top. Typical Norscot. Hey, this model has rubber lines. Let's price it at $140 because Norscot. Inside the cab, you have Billy, the same old Billy, and this is an all-black cab, which is kind of cool. I've actually seen one of these painted up in the F-Series type colors. You got the Cat logo, 374DL, on a very nice walkway. It's not perforated through, but it does have some anti-slip texturing. And then you got the step up, the service step. Back here you have a small little addition by Diecast Masters, and that's the swing logo. I believe that's an addition by Diecast Masters. Anyways, back here you have the counterweight. Very nice how it has this black engine cover on the back, and then the Cat logo. Very nice to see it broken up. And on this side you have 374DL, Caterpillar, and another walkway, as well as the ladders, which as you can see are plastic, as well as the handrails. Actually, these are metal. This is plastic. These things are soft plastic. However, interestingly enough, these handrails over here are metal. So, yeah, that's something. Asymmetrical on the materials made. As you can see up top, you got quite a few rubber hoses going back, and you got your swing motors detailed in. So, you got your exhaust, which has a little bit of a hole, it looks like, so somewhat of a simulation. And then you can see you got actual perforation through the engine cover, so that probably jacked the price. But it was a Norscot model by about $50 because Norscot. But yeah, it's a very nice looking model, I have to say. Now the tracks, they roll very well, especially on a textured surface like this, as you can see, which is the main reason I'm doing my reviews on this. It seems to bode well with metal tracks. But yeah, you can see they roll very smoothly. They're very nice tracks, and they do have a rubber. Wow, I was about to say rubber for some reason, but they do have a spring-loaded tensioner. So, it is pretty nice. Now, the cab does have a cab guard, which is a plastic but it's easily removable, it seems, which is no surprise considering. Over here you got some nice looks to it. It's a very nice looking piece overall. And then you got a bunch of anti-slip texturing up top, as you can see, as well as the fuel cap modeled. So at least, you know, we get small details, right? As for swing, it's very stiff, but it does do the obvious full 360. I think any excavator that cannot swing a full 360 is pretty much junk. And there you can see your rollers. They're not actual rollers. They're just there for show. However, you know, they do a decent job nonetheless. Now, like I said, this is a good model. Don't get me wrong, it's a very decent model. I think, you know, it was executed very well by Northcott. There could be some better improvements to it, and also, God, this cylinder is very, very stiff, as you can tell. I'm just going to leave it like that, even though it's an improper shot because the headroom seems to be a little bit compromised. However, you know, I would love to see, you know, like a 374F or something without a mass excavator, because we're seeing so many damn mass excavators. The 390D by CCM, the 390F by Diecast Masters, the 374, which that was on Northcott, then we get the 245. We're just seeing so many mass excavators. It seems like we can't really get a machine larger than 50 tons, or, well, scratch that, 65 tons if you count the 365, that wholesomely isn't a mass excavator, which, you know, I really wish we had some more variety in that, but, you know, whatever. Still, it'd be cool to see an actual, like, standard excavator in this size, even though, you know, some people have, like, a big fetish with mass excavators. I think it'd be cool to get some variations, because the last time we seen a cat excavator larger than 65 tons that wasn't a mass excavator was the CCM 385. So it's kind of disappointing in one way, but, you know, for all you people that have the mass excavator fetish out there, you know, I guess that's being met quite well now, isn't it? But anyways, on a scale of 1 to 10, I would rate this at a solid 7. I mean, the functionality could be a lot better. Detail is very good. The cylinders are ridiculously stiff. But overall, though, I mean, it is a good model. And I also had to detract away a point because, well, I mean, I think the mass excavator kind of ruins the look for me, to be honest. Well, I don't really think that's a good reason to subtract a point, but still, you know, it just sort of the reason it was a mass, or the reason I've not bought it to this point is because it was a mass excavator. And it's not like I hate mass excavators. I don't, but we just see them so damn often in 1/50th scales, or even 1/48 scale. So, you know, my complaint's kind of validated by that. But still, anyways, guys, it's a 7 out of 10 on the 374 DL. And thanks for watching, guys. And as always, peace out, and we'll see you next time.